Continuing coverage of 3C2A men's volleyball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. It's semifinal number 2 OCC and Santa Monica. This is the top-ranked team in the state in the OCC Pirates. Lance Walker, Mike Cepeda, Jess Dornoff will be on the call in just a little bit here on SoCal College Sports. An impressive showing from El Camino, 3-0. And Long Beach City College goes home.
Great game. Like I said before, it is going to take a lot when you try to beat a team 3 times in a row. And Elko definitely was prepared to go after, and get to that final spot. They came in with purpose. They came in, they hit their serves. I think their game plan was sound, and they played a very consistent game, which was great to see. Once again, they got one of the best outside hitters in the state, Cesar Medina, and that also helps quite a bit. So. I'm thinking we're going to see another great game here. OCC, SMC. SMC actually is the only team that has given them a loss this year. Tarnished that perfect record. So I think this is going to be kind of a fun game to watch. And it's also going to be, I think, a great game to watch in the sense of the style of volleyball that we're going to be looking at. We looked at the serving and passing game in the last game. That Long Beach had a couple serves that.
And we rejoin you for semifinal number 2, the 3C2A Men's Volleyball Championships here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Jeff Stoynoff, Lance Walker with you. It'll be Orange Coast College, the top seed, taking on number 4 seed Santa Monica College. Lance, Orange Coast comes in here now perhaps even more of a favorite given the somewhat surprising, though very one-sided result in semifinal number 1, and El Camino, the 7th seed, advancing to the championship round.
I think a little bit, but they also have to be humbled in the sense that SMC is the only team to give them a loss this year. So right now, starting off with a serve miss, expecting those first 10 points right here to get these little jitters out. For both of these teams here, but both of these teams have been and played on this court before last year, so but it should be a really good match, I think, today.
Yeah, and that was Colby Elder missing on the first serve, and we saw misfires on serve have a dramatic impact on our first matchup.
Big kill.
The kill. And
huge kill right there, and I think he's going to have a big night. He's a good pin hitter for them. He's one of their top hitters. It's going to be key for SMC to stop him.
Yeah, one of the striking differences between these two teams is that of experience. There were 5 players for Seneca with over 100 kills. 4 of them are freshmen. Meanwhile, all of the killers go in the format. And how might experience end up being a difference in this matchup? How will that play out?
I think more just game-like repetition. You know what I mean? Scenarios. Against older classmen as well. You can't replicate that as a coach. Great play right there. And that's going to be a huge matchup, I think, for SMC today. If they
Lewin in the middle with the finish.
Yeah, if they can get Vigas going here. He's
first match, War from Camino able to pull out a tighter set, 26-24, and that seemed to give them an awful lot of confidence, and they really cruised in sets 2 and 3. And I think if there's any instruction in that, you think it's important for Orange Coast to jump out early, take command early. They're the favorite in this one. You don't want to let a team like the Corsairs start to get a little confidence. It can get away from you in a hurry.
No, and you know what? And I think the Corsairs, they play a very interesting game. They find opportunities to frustrate you. If you give them a chance that they can get a ball over and in, they're going to take care of it. And you know, it's I think when we play them, they were a very challenging team for us. I think a big thing that we're looking at with Orange Coast is, you know, the power that they have with the jump serve. They're going to try to jam the middles right now. And I think that's going to be a big thing in the match.
Max Bell wide of the mark on the far side, and the Pirates have the early 5-2 advantage here in front.
I think they're going to go after Max, serve him, try to overload him as 10
Try it once again. Bell with the same one tries to go up the line, and it's wide.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think that ball could have gone in there. But you know what, Max isn't complaining, and maybe he did say, hey, that was a little bit out.
Yeah, it's a great view for the official over on the far side there. You can't have a much better look, and no from Bell. It was very close, trying to keep it alive, and the Pirates will. They'll have to just bump it over. They'll go back to the middle. Lewin off the block, but the Pirates keep it alive.
Whenever they can go to him, they need to go to him right now. They got to go to him as much as they can.
Back set, Stocklow's terrific dig. Blocked up front, marathon point. From 5 feet back, what a terrific dig. That was Piper for Santa Monica. The point continues in the middle, trying to keep it alive, and the point will belong to the Corsairs. It was Lewin eventually getting the kill.
Vigas, great play by him. He's just such a force on the net. He's got those long arms. I think he's got good vision. He's able to get those hands over. He's going to get a lot of good touches. Something else to watch out is this serve. He has got one heck of a float serve.
Well, let's see if that gets something going for Santa Monica. That one too strong. Justin Cam, one of the leading killers on the outside for Orange Coast College.
Vigas also, when he goes back to serve, as soon as that ref blows the whistle, he'll go back immediately and hit it and try to catch you off guard. And that's a little trick that he does too. There's another advantage there.
So the Hankus kill stops the run. Pirates maintain the 7-4 lead.
A lot of substitution you can see by Travis Turney. He's got a lot of weapons on that bench, and he is not afraid to use them.
Yeah, they go very deep. Do the Pirates.
Once again, they're going to isolate Max as much as they can. So right now, hey, Piper's back row, and that's their go-to guy. So if they can right now overload this outside hitter and they can get on Max, they're going to try to do responsibility to him. They want him to they want him to pass the serve. They want him to go out and hit, and they're doing a nice job. Ooh, got lucky on that one, bailed him out.
Second service error for the Pirates early on. That's helping to keep the Corsairs in it. Well, it's a double revenge matchup here, Lance. It was the Pirates who eliminated the Corsairs in the Final Four last season. So the Pirates, or I should say the Corsairs, trying to get back on that. But the Pirates' lone loss this season to the Corsairs. So both teams with an axe to grind, it would seem. It's a 9-5 lead now for Orange Coast.
It's good. Both these guys have played some good, they've played some really good games against some really good teams. I think they're both deserving to be here today. And you know, who's gonna find the rhythm today? So there's a nice serve right there by OCC. They're trying to jam the middle a little bit. They're gonna probably do their best if they can to try to get Dalamala out of his routine. Sometimes they'll take number 5 Dalamala. They'll move him on the outside. They'll have him hit outside. They'll have him hit some slides. They'll have him hit all over the place. So I expect them again a tactical serve here by Travis to go in and hit that 5-6 seam again.
It's Cam on the serve. Piper.
Yep.
With the pass.
Go to him again.
Now the Corsairs will try again. They look in the
great
middle.
Swing. Great deep swing right there. Hunter's doing a great job. He's got to feed his middles. And
Dalmada with the kill.
Delmata's going to be huge for them right there. Now we got Dan Piper. He's front row. One of their leading attackers, real good outlet guy for them as well.
Between Delmata and Lewin, the success has been inside for the Corsairs so far, but the Pirates have the early 10-6 lead.
Nice serve. Great serve.
Yeah, tough one to handle.
McAllister
and it was
right there.
Chase Moodhart, unable to get the handle.
Great serve,
10-7.
McAllister there. Just kind of caught him and jammed him there. He's like, do I take it with my hands or do I take it with my arms?
Goes right back to Moodhart, who passes it better that time. The dink kept alive. Blocked up front.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Douglas with a little bit of help.
Great job over there. I think Jordan's thinking, man, I should have hit that first ball. He's a good swing hitter right there. He's in tempo, that transition, then you got to chop it back in. Go after it, buddy. Hit that deep corner.
Jordan Hoppy with one of his first attempts in the matchup here tonight. One-timer from Piper. And here come the Corsairs on a 4-point run. They're back within one.
That's a gimme right there. We got a bit of a +3 right here. Doing a real nice job. McAllister coming in and scoring some points as a serving sub. Great job.
Yeah, McAllister on a long run.
Still hitting that seam.
To the back row. Back to Hoppy, and he fires that one well long. Tied up at 10.
Really expect a timeout here from Travis. Yeah, I think it was about a 5-point switch right there.
Yeah, 5-0 run, and Travis Turner wants to talk it over.
And I think that's really the key. You know, there's going to be opportunities in the matchups when we play the game of volleyball that there are going to be situations and rotations where a team can lock the other team in, make them earn it. Right now, McAllister's doing a great job of keeping that ball in, hitting his target. He's not going after the ace. He's making these guys have to hit out of it, and they have to earn this point. And if they can do this, if this is their rotation, that they can lock OCC in and maximize their points, and they got to weather some other rotations, hey, then this is it. But I think this is great that it's a 10-10 here, and let's see where they go here.
Yeah, Hoppy moves to the back row. Still McAllister on the serve. Go to the middle. Hoppy tries to dink. Piper able to set it up. They go to Stocklos, but that's long. So that breaks the run out of the timeout. The Pirates get it back. They're back up 11-10.
Found a way to just take them out of system and got forced a hitting error out of that opposite right there. Okay, they got out of a good timeout by Travis, and we got a 1-point game.
Chase Moodhart will serve. Quick set. They wanted Delmata into the net.
And again, I think Hunter, that's something that he's going to have to look at. You know, he's like, all right, we want to try to push the middle because they know the advantage is there. But right now, he's got Piper, one of his best hitters on the outside. If it's not there, hey, give him that outlet set. Let that guy go off and tee off and hit that ball. I'll take it.
Third service error, this one from Moodhart. Well, if this one ends up going against Orange Coast College, you have one stat starting to develop already. We've seen 3 service errors.
And I'm not going to play any favorites here, but Jackson is a former Brahma, and also Hunter Douglas, the setter. His father actually was my coach when I was a player here, Turhan Douglas. So I do have a little bit of Brahma love. They are SMC. They are a little bit of our crosstown rivals. But I think again we're hoping for some nice volleyball here, and I think we're going to get it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good matchup here in semifinal number 2, 1 versus 4. This side has gone according to form in the bracket. Lewin.
Another great pass right there by McAllister. He's doing his job. He come in as a serving sub. He's taking care of that back row. They're going to try to go after him. And I think, once again, Douglas going to Vikas right there as that middle. If he can run those middles, man, this is going to be a good game for SMC.
Elder with the diving take attempt, couldn't get it, and now Douglas will serve. Right on top of the net, and they just have to bump it over the one-timer. Lewin again.
Hey, you give SMC, I call those cookies. If you give those guys some cookies on the net, they're going to eat it up on you. They're going to make you pay for those. And I think
do seem particularly excited on the one-timers.
Oh, they love those. And they're really good at taking care of those points that are close on the net. The short court game, anything within that 5-foot radius, they're going to go up there and they're going to take those points. They're going to put it back onto you. You have to really be ready to reset against them. And I think right now, OCC, they're going to have to really kind of bring that pass off, dig the ball off, make sure that they're not giving them any free points.
Yeah, and that was a good pass by Elder that ended up setting up Marriott.
Great, and a great hit by him. Hit it deep right there. You can't defend that.
Pirates back up 1. Douglas with the back set. Piper denied up front. Marriott with the block. So he gives a lift off the bench. Pirates back out to a 15-13 advantage.
It's good rotation here, I think, for SMC. I thought that was a real nice pass there by Maxwell.
Hoppy on the serve.
Another great pass.
McAllister on the pass. They try to go to Lewin on the outside. Dug out. Here they come. Lewin from the middle, and this time he gets the kill.
See, just keep feeding him. That is their matchup right now. If Hunter can get those middles, that ball, that's what happens. Good things happen for SMC when the middles are there. I think the pin game is really going to be run by OCC and passing really for them at this moment. Max
Bell returns for the Corsairs. Piper on the serve, right on the far side.
Yeah, good pin game. So I think Max Bell right now, front row, OCC setter. He's looking for that matchup right there, right? I'm going to put my best hitter against one of the smaller blockers there. Nice back set. Got him out of that one rotation.
Ujic, one of the returning sophomores from this team that made it to the finals last year, gets his second kill. He had the opening point and hadn't been heard from much since then. Service error gives it back to the Corsairs. It's a 1-point game, 16-15 Orange Coast.
I think Colby Elder is going to probably go back to Matt Enoch here on the backside here, match that up on 7. So as long as they can just get a pass, he can use it. We're going to look at that matchup.
Moodhart with the pass coming in from the back row. It's Hoppy.
I was wrong. We're going to run the Bic on that, which was a really nice play. Great pass, middle pulled, run that Bic fast out of the back row. Plus, he's hitting it into the zone of a middle serving right there. So I think that was a real heads up and a good, smart play by that attacker going after a middle playing defense versus a libero who'd be in there.
Jacob Gilliam on the serve. In the middle once again, Dalmata off the block. Back to a 1-point game.
Andrew Dalmata, they tripled up on there. I think he's done a real nice job this season of finding edges. I mean, you can put hands up there for him, but he's going to use those hands. He's not afraid to hit him. He's not afraid to use them, hit around him. And I think he's a very versatile player for him.
A.J. Payrot on with the serve, kept alive and sent back over. The Pirates back to work. Gilliam looking on the near side. Terrific dig from the back row by Hoppy.
Man, great play right there by AJ. Man, he came in there, put that nice short serve in there, got a pretty vicious dig there as well. That was a pretty well tactical play there by OCC, but
see if they can go on a run. Bell off the block, gets the kill. The Corsairs answer again. They're back within 1.
I like that. Bell's got a pretty live arm. He's not a real big guy, but he does have a lot of shots. He doesn't mind hanging up there, waiting for the set, wait for that block to come down, hit into it. You're going to see him tip. You're going to see him find edges. He's a very versatile hitter, and so that was really nice to see him get that side out right there.
McAllister, who had the 5-point run on serve, back to serve in the middle. Hankus has that one dug out. Piper to the back row. Hoppy with the save. Rather, this is Hoppy. Dug out, one-timer, blocked by Piper, but it's still alive.
Pretty awesome play.
Here come the Corsairs. Douglas back set. Dalmata. Now they try the dink, and it's the Pirates who finish.
You're going to get them on those tips. I think Andrew Dalmata tried to run that slide there in transition. That's a great play for them.
It's Justin Cam who ultimately places the dink. 19-17, Orange Coast.
Probably going to look at them going after Piper here, try to overload again, front row setter here.
Here's Moodhart.
Front row hitter.
Douglas in the middle. Dalmata stoned. Now Dalmata has to just send it over.
Dalmata's got to get up on that ball. We're going to go to him.
Gilliam looking for a Hoppy, and he's blocked by Dalmata.
I think Hunter got that one. It looked like he was going for the swipe there, Jordan. And I think Hunter, his dad, Turhan, used to tell me, hey, when you're blocking, you got to hold the bucket. And if you imagine holding a bucket, you got a strong outside hand. No one's going to penetrate that. And I'm going to have to say that, hey, just like his father, like his son, he got him on that line shot and threw it right back in there. So nice job, Hunter. Nice job, buddy.
Chris Gethy, Looked like that was Zane Moodhart going up the far side. Orange Coast back out to a 2-point lead.
Good rotation here. We got 3 really good passers back row for SMC. They're pulling out Piper out of the passing rotation. Just let him hit. Oh, man, I think that's the second service here that we've had over there on Colby Elder.
Elder, yeah, with his second, 4th overall for the Pirates in this first set. In a 1-point game, it's nervous time for Travis Turner on that Pirate sideline.
This is fun time. This is when it's 2020. This is when players go to their best hitters. This is when the scouting reports really matter. And I'm excited for SMC at the moment because they've got their firepower front row here.
Back set.
Great swing.
Hoppy again coming from the back row.
Great swing by Jordan right there. Find a great edge. Went up there swinging high. Nice job.
So Hoppy, after misfiring on a couple of early attempts, has come back, starting to swing better.
Give him some confidence. Get a good toss. Hit this serve. There you go. Nice.
Another good pass. They go to Lewin, blocked up front by Hankus.
Ooh.
One-timer.
A little bit, try to play that one just a little bit too perfect right there.
Ujic.
Good time out here by Jackson. He's going to kind of hit the reset button a little bit, get a side out. We got a 2-point game, and I think this is a good time for them to get this side out. This is a good reset for them.
They've trailed by as many as 5, but the margin for error is so very small here at 22-19. They're going to need another good service run here at some point. They can't afford to trade points anymore.
No, not too much, but again, we talk about those rotations, right? Can we lock him in a rotation? Can we get him stuck in something where we have just a slight advantage, right? We play the numbers game. And I think, right now, and my coach, Marv Dunphy, used to say, hey, the higher up the chain you go in the pecking order, the smaller the margins of winning and losing become. It becomes a 1 or 2 play game, right? And so this could come down to just 1 or 2 plays. And so let's see if they can hit the reset here. I think they're probably going to go to Piper on the backside if they can get a good pass here, and hopefully he can side out for him.
He sends it over. It's short.
Great
terrific pass.
speed.
Trying to keep it alive. Garris has to bump it over.
Great off speed.
Flying in from the back row, Cam with the finish.
Man, that was a really nice tactical serve right there. Jordan's been coming in and knocking them off the net. You look at SMC, their passing lane's pretty deep. They got caught a little bit off guard right there.
And let's go down to Mike Zepeda on the sidelines.
Gentlemen from the huddle, Jackson Metakekia during that last timeout, a lot of miscommunication. He just said, everybody do your job, do what you do, we can get back into this. They're down by 3.
Thank you, Michael.
Huge bounce right there by Vikas. You need a little bit of that momentum.
Working on the far side for Ujic.
Yep. Once again, hey, Max Ball, hit front row, good passer, good outside hitter, but OCC knows that's that matchup that they want to try to attack if they can.
I think Ujic knew it when he hit it. I saw the arm go up before the ball came down.
Oh, yeah, you know when that ball hits that block, and you know when you got that kill. He's another great play. Hunter
Lewin
again.
keeping the Corsairs alive, but
Got
they
it.
trail it 24-21. The Pirates trying to close it out here in set number 1.
You know something? This is actually the guy you want serving when you're down. He has got one vicious serve.
Lewin on the
There's
serve.
1 point right there. Bam.
Dalmata.
Awesome. I think Travis is really going to have to be very careful not to let him get on a run, because he's got a really nice knuckle. It's going to go deep. It'll drop short.
That's the knuckler again. Elder. Back to Cam. Goes to the dink. The Pirates have set number 1. 25-22. The Pirates on top. 1-0. We will return for set. getting ready for set number 2. 25-22, Orange Coast takes set number 1. Let's go down to Mike Cepeda, courtside.
Monica, a couple of studs in the middle. What he needs to do and what they need to do well to keep them in the lead is serve well and serve tough. On the Santa Monica side, they're reaching a little high with their hands. They need to reach across the net. That's the scenario that we're going to see Santa Monica get back into it.
And thank you, Michael. Didn't quite get the first part there. Unfortunately, we're still working out the kinks a little bit, but
I think it came down to just, hey, we need to serve the court. I think they're bailing them out in certain rotations there, yeah, I think it's a good start for both of these teams. I think we're getting a nice idea of what kind of style of volleyball we're looking at. Again, it's SMC. If they can pass well, they can run their middles. Advantage there. OCC, we're looking on the pins here. Hey, I want to introduce a little bit of our R1. We've got Linda, she's our R1, and we also have got Marlo O'Hara, she's our R2. Great refs. A little personal note, Marla, she grew up kind of on the beach here down in Southern California in Santa Monica, so it's kind of nice having her here in the gym. She does a lot for the community. She's just started reffing, and anytime that we ever have her here, we always know that we're going to get some great officiating. We've already introduced David and Heather, our linesmen. They reffed our last match. They did a fantastic job. So once again, we really want to thank Earl and Joanna for setting up some nice refs for our Final Four.
Yeah, nothing but the best here in the final few matches of the season.
You don't want it to come down to a ref who wants to either take control of the game and make it their show. You really want to make it about the players and let them dictate the outcome of the game. And I think we've had some really nice refs. These last 2 matches, and that's what it's really all about. Those judgment plays. Hey, sometimes you just got to swallow the whistle and just let them play on. And I think we've got some of the best officiating crew here for this, and we'd hoped it, because we are in the Final Four here.
Well, knock on wood, we certainly haven't seen anything so far that would be the officials maybe importing themselves too much into the action.
I think we're good. So we got SMC starting on the serve there in row 1, and we got OCC in row 6 here.
Moodhart with the pass. They work it across. Ujic just has to send it over. Piper tries to arc one to the back row. Terrific dig, dug out by Cam. Over to Hoppy, trying the back line.
OCC is really, really good at hitting those deep shots, hitting the high hand balls. And I'm wondering sometimes if some of these balls are actually going out, but you want to hit high in the block, you want to drive them off, and I think SMC might want to look at that and moving that area 6 defender a little bit back for some of these touch balls to be able to run them down.
Piper from 5 feet back, dug out by Elder. Whistle comes in.
It's a very characteristic of SMC. If a ball's up on the net, maybe over on 2, over on 1, throw it down. Not very characteristic of Vegas with net. Usually he'll catch you off guard and put that in there.
Well, Orange Coast got out to the quick start in set number 1, and then were able to hold on. And here they take a quick 2-0 lead with Elder on serve.
There it is.
In the middle, Lewin with authority.
Run that middle, Hunter. It is there. That is a matchup that they are going to exploit, and so far, Vegas is doing a fantastic job right there. Staying off the net, and he's getting the job done. Give me the rock, man.
Piper will serve.
He's got a good kind of deep serve here. Hits that back line pretty well. See if he can get a little bit of a rhythm here. There's those cookies.
One-timer from Lewin.
Oh, yeah.
But this time the Pirates keep it alive.
They're on top. Oh.
Moodhart has to send it over.
Hey, there we go. You know what? Swallow that whistle, ref.
Lewin.
Let them play. I like that.
Blocked up front. Now the Pirates will reset. Back to Ujic. Tools the block.
Gonna let them play. And I think that's a good call by Linda there. Just let them play.
Orange Coast here off a 3-1 victory against Grossmont in the quarters last week.
It's a rotation for SMC here where they got locked in a little bit. Let's see if they can get out of it here.
Lewin blocked. Garris looking on the far side for Stocklos, and he's denied. Marriott, I think, sliding over to get a piece of that.
I think Garrett, Garrett's did a good job as a libero this year. I think against OCC's a little bit more of a chance, a little bit more arm to work with. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let the hitter do the work for you there.
Elder with the dig. From the back row, Hoppy.
Got another touch there. Some good consistent volleyball right now at OCC. I think Jackson needs to just kind of be careful, make sure these guys are hitting the reset button. Hey.
Pirates stepping out to a 5-2 lead.
Once again, they took control last set. You can lose a set at the beginning, middle, and end, and that's something that they definitely have to be careful of right now.
Bell.
Great pull.
With the kill.
Great
Elder
pull.
can't keep it alive.
Great pull right there. Thought that was really nice by Vegas. He got those up, got Max nobody up, put it away. Let's see if he can get a couple points on his serve here.
Moodhart replacing Aldnick, and the serve long.
I think SMC needs to just settle down a little bit and just kind of play their game here.
Here's freshman Matthew Johnson to serve for Orange Coast, off to another fast start. They at one point led 10-5 in set number 1 before weathering a run by the Corsairs.
SMC a little bit is starting to watch volleyball and not play volleyball. And I don't know if we talk about those jitters a little bit here, Jeff, that they're thinking that ball might go out or it might be in. If it might be anything, you got to play it as it is in.
Violation on Santa Monica.
I think we're looking at a timeout here by Jackson. Try to hit the reset button here on his guys.
Yeah, Metakaki wants to talk it over. 8-2. Orange Coast has come out with purpose here in set number 2 after surviving set number 1, but now they're starting to cruise.
Yeah, I think it's tough right now because they're kind of watching volleyball versus playing volleyball, and you can't settle for a ball who it might be in or it might be out, and you're not diving for it. If that ball might be out by a foot and you think it's in, you got to go for it, especially right now. OCC is doing a nice job of hitting the court. They're hitting flat in the court. If it's an off play, they're tipping. I mean, right now, you got to be ready to move. You got to be ready to start adjusting to the play. But I think really right now, getting locked out of some of these rotations is going to be big.
Let's go down to Mike Zepeda. He's talking with Travis Turner during that timeout.
Out to a 6-point lead here for Orange Coast. A big reason for it, making the proper adjustments during the timeout. Coach Turner employing a couple of his players. They like to go short on their free balls, do Santa Monica. They've made the adjustment right now after that point.
Michael, thank you.
Great call right there by Linda. Ball's on the net. Had an overpass. Hitter went up there, hit it. Ball, I think, hit the net. And, the OCC's doing everything that they need right now.
Really starting to get away. Dalmata's blocked up front, and now it's 10-2.
Yeah, they are. This is they got to find something here, some sort of rhythm here.
They'll try the back set to Stocklos, and that one off the block. So good. Santa Monica finally stops the run.
Good isolation. So we got AJ coming in. He did a real nice job of bringing some energy in that first set. Let's see if we can get a couple +1s here for him.
Yeah, Peyrant on the serve. Elder tries to back tip that one, but on the net.
Right. There you go. So, hey, AJ, nice job, man. You got a +1 for your team. Let's see if you can get another one now. That's awesome. Anytime you come as a serving sub, anything back row, come in, just give a little bit of momentum here.
Well, in our coverage of baseball, one of the things that we talk about when you're trailing big, one of the things that baseball coaches will talk about is winning innings. You try to get a run or two here or there, just trying to win each inning. That's how you start to carve into a lead. I wonder if it's a similar dynamic in volleyball. When you find yourself down 11-4, just try and win shorter segments, try and outscore them 3-2, something like that, 4-2. Maybe get a little something going, start to chip away.
I think the great thing about volleyball is that there is a stop in play. It's 1 point at a time. There is time for you to adjust and for you to reset. And so if you're still thinking about that last play and you're not worrying about the next one, that's when you get in trouble. Right now,
Dalmata gets the kill.
Great play by Dalmata right there. Nice angle shot. And right now, SMC has to go one at a time. There's a lot of game right now. If they can get a couple +1s, right now they're going to bring in McAllister. McAllister can get a +1, just like AJ came in and got a +1. Like, that's what you need. You need those +1 instant side outs, right? That's how you start chipping away at a lead. 1 point at a time. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just go after it here. Find your opportunity. Find those rotations here.
Gilliam works it outside. But the Corsairs able to dig it out.
There it is, right there.
Piper.
So Piper. And this is an opportunity. They got Piper front row. He's one of their better hitters, right? They got number 5. They got Del Mata, and he's a very versatile guy. They can run him on the middle. They can run him on the backside, right? You got some of your best defenders back row. Hunter's front row, great blocker for him. So we just got a +1. Let's see if they can get another +1. Let's start building on this momentum a little bit here.
From the back row, it's Hoppy with the dig, or with the dink, I should say.
And that's tough. AJ's got to really. That's the second time AJ's gotten burned in that tip scenario, and I think he's just a little bit too deep right there. And so
we've seen Cam use it to good effect a couple of times, and this is Cam who will serve.
They're doing a nice job of putting it in, putting it on the court, and making these guys go for it and dive.
Douglas well off the net. Piper just has to send it over. Easy dig for Cam. Now a whistle comes in. The point will belong to Santa Monica.
That was a good call, a little double there. It wasn't balanced. Just kind of chucking that up. Came off a little bit of fun, interesting spin right there. Great call by Linda. So there you go. These are little momentum shifts. Now we're at 12-7 here, right? One at a time here.
Garris into the net.
That's tough for Garris right there. Garris actually does have a good serve. He can drop that in. He can hit multiple areas, and again, he's your libero. So I mean, you serve it in and put your helmet on and dig for your team. Here we go for SMC. Got their firepower, line up front row. They've got their best passers back row. Can't let these guys get a point on this rotation here. This is a side out.
Douglas with the misdirection. Dug out nicely by the Pirates. Piper on the slide. Gilliam across to Hoppy, dug out again. Payrot looking for Lewin. Still alive.
Hit it.
Piper.
There you go, Piper.
Back row. Cam. Into the net. Marriott couldn't keep it alive, so the point will go to Santa Monica.
That was it. They got out of that rotation. I mean, they really had to earn it. A couple dumps. Great dig. Setter to setter right there, which is, as a setter, you don't want the other setter to ever dump on you. But Doug's got a pretty good serve. Look a good 5-6 serve here. Nice float.
Garris keeps it alive. He'll have to bump it over.
I think OCC
they'll work it across. Hoppy high in the air, dug out again. Stoklos a little long.
Nope, no touch there. And it looked like OCC stopped playing there for a second because they thought Garris actually played that third ball in outside the antenna, but there was no call, and you got to play the whistle and just keep going there.
Elder will replace Zane Moodhart.
So here you go, SMC. Mostly they go to Piper here on the back side. Let's see tactically if Travis puts this serve in and tries to overload him here a little bit. Oh.
Elder continues to struggle on the serve.
Yeah, I think it's third missed serve right there, and it's the first serve. He's got to find that rhythm back there. Just kind of maybe take a deep breath and just put that first serve in.
Well, now, is he the type of server when you're watching that he's trying to see if he can get the tape a little bit with his server? Is he misfiring that to that degree?
No, I just think he's either mishitting it or he's trying to make it a little bit perfect. But you know what? Hey, it worked out. It didn't really matter. It's kind of a wash for wash right there. Bobby ended up missing his serve there. Yeah, I think Travis is talking to him right now. He just kind of gave him a pat on the back and says, hey, you good, man. Like, keep it going here. We're up here. Keep the ball on them. Let's not bail these guys out.
This is Hoppy to serve.
Great serve. Nice cross court there. Great
jump ball, and it's Cam that wins it.
Yeah, I think Piper tried to make that one just a little bit too perfect right there. And Hobby, I think he's a deep server, so we want to bring that passing lane back a little bit deeper. And and on a good jump server, putting a ball on the 10-foot line is not the end of the world. You don't want to try to play it too perfect. That's a beautiful pass there.
Lewin in the middle is blocked. Marriott again, and you sense the Pirates have made a nice adjustment on Lewin in the middle.
Yeah, they know what's going on. They know where they want to go. Right now, Stoklos, I think, has got one kill on the backside. I think right now they know that if anything that Hunter can try to get that ball in, they're going to go middle. And it's looking like they're going to kind of a commit system here right now that, hey, if it's perfect, middles, you go. And let's touch it, and we'll transition it.
In the matchup earlier this season, in that matchup, Hankus at the middle blocker position, had 4 blocks in the match. So that, again, I think speaks to the fact of how Santa Monica likes to attack in the middle, but also the way the Pirates were able to adjust.
Yeah, and that's, I think, a great thing about what Travis has on the bench. I mean, he's got a lot of eyes on the bench. He's also got D'Alessandro on the bench. And D'Alessandro, actually, we've got some history. He was he coached at Golden West when I was a Brahma, and he had 5 consecutive championships over there. And, I mean, just a real good coach, seen a lot. And a really nice asset, I think, for Travis to have as well in making some of these adjustments. But right now, SMC's got to get out of row 2. Another great passer off that jump serve. Still close is getting, I think, his opportunities right there. He's just not putting that ball away.
Let's go back to Mike Zepeda on the sideline. Well, we're going to wait for the serve here, but Mike is ready with something.
I thought
let this point get underway, and then we'll have Mike jump in.
I think Mike doesn't want to talk over the shoulder.
Right, I understand when Javi is there. Mike knows
polite.
his way around the volleyball court. Okay, now let's go to Mike.
I think that's real polite of him. Okay.
And the onslaught continues here for OCC. The message in that last timeout for the Pirates: stay hungry, finish the show. On the Santa Monica side, a lot of errors on there, and they have to clean it up if they're going to have a chance to extend their season here tonight.
Thank you, Michael. 19-10 the score now.
Yeah, right now, SMC, they just got to find some momentum here. They got to just kind of – there it is. We'll take that. Once again, we talked about Vegas to serve. That thing is just you don't know where it's going to go. If you talk about your baseball analogy where you got a knuckleball pitcher back there,
absolutely.
You don't know where he's going. Sometimes when we were scouting him, I don't think he knew where it was going to go.
Yeah.
It would go short all over the place.
Is that the hardest serve to pass, if it can be perfected? Is that?
No, Jeff, something that's really interesting is that they actually did a study on the ball that we use. And this ball, the international ball, actually moves more than any other ball that is played in our sport. And any other company or anything else. So Mikasa ball, this one here, the fact of the movement, the knuckleball, the way that it hits the air, it actually can move just viciously. So I almost sometimes I think a float serve with this ball tactically is actually a little bit more effective or efficient than a jump serve would be with this ball. So that's something to kind of think about when when you're trying to attack the game and what kind of team you have.
Bell able to get that one off the block attempt.
So so Jackson's switching it up a little bit. He's gone to 6-2. He's brought in Smith, and also we've got Cameron, and Cameron's got a pretty good jump serve, as you see right there.
Another nice pass by Moodhart and the hammer from Cam.
Yahtzee right there. Man, Justin Cam just runs that inside play. A little bit of an X4 blocker. Just subbed in, was not watching his hitter and just got burned right there.
You know, it starts with a good pass, it would seem, and they get right into system, and Cam
that was
able to drop the hammer.
That's a end of the set. Hey, we've got this set kind of play.
Corsairs can't keep it alive off the net.
Yeah, right.
Smith not able to get it over.
Yeah, right now Smith just got bounced on, man. What you want to see is that guy go up there and just hit that ball as hard as you can. If you're going to go out, man, go out swinging here.
Pirates leading it by 11 here in set number 2. They already lead it 1-0. Bell tries to take a little something off. Dug out.
There you go.
They'll go back to Smith.
There you go.
Kept alive. Hoppy from the back row. Capilli off to Garris, who will just bump it over.
That was a free ball. They're going to
on net. Hoppy flying in from the back, gets the kill. Pirates 1 point away.
OCC way too good to give those guys a free ball. They will make you pay every single time. And you know, right now we talk about momentum and just trying to find something here. Just go for it. You got nothing to lose. Just hit it. You know, they're playing a little bit timid. We're tipping a little bit for SMC. I remember my coach who's actually in the building. good old Dave Smith. He says, hey, we're never going to win a state championship by tipping. We got to swing, and we got to swing hard, and we got to swing what we want it. So I think that's an adjustment SMC is definitely going to have to, to start looking at here and moving forward against OCC.
Bradley McAllister on serve. They'll have to go from the back row. Cam misfires on the far side.
McAllister's doing a great job here getting points for his team. He's getting back there. He's +1 and +2 in them. I think he's doing awesome, and it'd be great if he got a little bit more of that energy with the rest of his guys going here.
Well, we saw Moodhart struggle noticeably with a serve early on, but he's been awfully good on passing serve since that point. And this is Moodhart. They'll look in the middle. Back for Cam off the block. That will do it. Orange Coast emphatically in set number 2. They're one set away from a date in the finals. You're watching the men's volleyball championships here in the 3C2A on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Orange Coast on the doorstep, a 2-0 lead here in sets, trying to punch their ticket to the championship round here in the 3C2A Men's Volleyball Championships. Let's go down to Mike Cepeda.
Well, gentlemen, mission accomplished. If you're OCC, talked with Travis Turner between the sets. He said we served much better. We did exactly what we needed to do to make their middles not as much of a factor. As far as Santa Monica goes, need to clean up the errors and just better effort. Right now it's a lackluster performance that you saw there in set 2, a little deflated. Need to increase the effort, and the body language has to be better. Back to you, boys.
Well, that's a little bit about what you were talking about there, Lance, in terms of maybe a little bit of that deflated and maybe a little bit of nerves, a combination of a few things, but just don't seem to be entirely there.
Yeah, you got to play to win, and this is the Final Four right here. You got to go after every single point, and I think that's the key. You got to look at every single point as its own play, right? When and where can we get an advantage here, and when do we need to just grind it out in battle? And you know what? Sometimes 90% of the time that we're playing, we got to grind. It isn't going to be perfect. 10% things will be perfect. Things are great when everything's perfect, right? But what are we going to do when we got to grind? What do we got to do when we have to fight to get out of side out, right? And this is some things things I think that SMC is really having to look at. I think Jackson's doing a great job of putting in some some good passing rotations to maximize to the serve of OCC, but it's the complete play, right? You got to keep playing until that whistle blows.
Off the tape, but Garris, the
Great
sliding
swing.
dig, and Dalmata gets the finish.
All right, so right there.
Well, while we're talking about all these things, it's something that we talked about in set number 1, too, and possibly experience playing something of a factor here. The Pirates have come in with that experience year after year, it would seem, being here, and they've played, it would seem, with a little more intensity from the outset.
100%. You cannot imitate and you cannot mimic a game-like situation like a Final Four. It does take experience. It does take that moment, And OCC, they were here last year. They were here. They made it to the finals. They, lost to Long Beach. They want to get there again, and I think they're playing like it right now.
They work it across to Ujic, off the block.
Going to Ujic right there, which is another going after Cameron. So Cameron's been switched out a little bit. They put him in at opposite, but once again, the smaller blocker, they're not going to challenge Piper. They're going to go after him, and I think it's just another great setting decision right there by Colby.
Jump ball. Ujic wins it on the far side.
Yeah, Ujic, I think, has got probably a good, maybe foot over the reach right there. So he's going to win that joust ball.
Yeah, he's going up against Cameron Capilli there.
There's definitely a height advantage. And, again, that's what OCC is using right now.
The one-timer missed by Marriott.
We'll take it. Got a little bit lucky. We talk about those cookies.
Well, Douglas starts to give a little bit. He starts to jump there, and maybe does that get into Marriott's vision a little bit and help bring about that area. I
think for him, I think Douglas was, because he's a back row setter, he was looking, maybe can I set this ball? And then once he knew that ball was going over, he had to clear out of there, because if he did get hit by that ball, that would have been a back row attack. So I think that was a really nice move. Kind of a little, maybe a little bit of a pump fake. And yeah, hey, why not?
They go back to Marriott, and this time he gets the kill. So Marriott with immediate redemption, and the Pirates back out in front 3-2.
I think we're gonna watch them here try to go to Dalmata as much as they can. Yep.
The pass sets up Dalmata.
Oh, good swing. Just a little bit wide there on the line. I thought that was a nice block by OCC. Hey, good swing by Dalmata. Set him again.
Yeah, that's a bit of a head scratcher for Santa Monica. They're well in system there, it seems like, after the good pass, and Dalmata's in perfect position for a good swing.
But you know what? That's what we want to see. We want to see Dalmata hit. We want to see him swing. We want to see him be aggressive. That's what you need to do to win, right? We played timid. We saw what we got last set. So I think that you keep swinging.
From the back row, it's Hoppy.
That Bic's going to be real tough for OCC. OCC actually is one of the fewer schools actually that will run that Bic back row, and that was a really nice transition play there. I thought that was a very nice set by Colby. It seems to be working. I see him going to that a little bit more.
Well, now, how much of that is something that you can utilize because of a guy with the skill set of Jordan Hoppy? Because it seems like they're running that pick a lot with Hoppy.
Yeah, you need it. I mean, right now the smaller pins are worrying about the front row attack. I think ideally, when you look at the numbers, a front row attacker's hitting percentage is higher than anything back row. But when you do have Hoppy and he is on fire and it is successful and it is working, they're going to go to it if they can.
Cam blocked up front, but it's wide.
And again, Cam's doing a great job as well. He's a huge outlet right now for Colby, and he's utilizing it. He's getting some good sets right now. I think Colby's pulling them off the net a little bit. They were a little bit tight before. They're doing a real nice job. They're playing a real good game right now.
Well, as impressed as we had to be, certainly with El Camino and their 3-0 win over Long Beach, dispatching the defending state champions, the Pirates are cruising here, and this is certainly every bit equally a very impressive performance by Orange Coast.
Yeah, Orange Coast is really finding their system. I think these guys are well prepared, for this match. I know that they've probably done their homework and then some on SMC. And, Jackson, unfortunately, and it's tough when you're a coach and you're worrying more about your team versus coaching and worrying about the team that you're playing against. ideally, that's where you want to be as a coach. I want to be tactically going after the other side. And right now, I think Jackson he's really worrying more about which players are here to play today, which guys are being aggressive, and what's the matchup and what's going to work right now. And he's a great coach, and he's going to do everything he can to do that.
Well, Del Mata, who got the previous kill for Santa Monica, came off a very, very strong performance in the victory over you guys last week. A kill percentage of 34%, a little over 340. And he really led the way. And it's really been Del Mata in this matchup. After Lewin got the fast start, it's pretty much been Del Mata, and that's about it for Santa Monica.
Yeah, he's doing some good stuff. I think the passing's been hurting a little bit, so definitely they haven't been able to use Vikas as much. And actually, really, Dane Piper, I thought that they would go to him a little bit more, but I also think the rotation and where they're starting, big block right there. You need that right there by Vikas. Nice job, man. Nice job. Great job.
Lewin. Yep.
Great job. He's got those long arms. He's got really good vision. You put anything in that red circle that says Pierce down there, he's pretty much going to eat it up, and he just did that. That was a great move by him.
4-0 run with Garris on serve, but that ends with the Ujic hammer.
Yeah, got a little bit burned right there on his eye work. Vikas, we got to make a move. Even if you're late, got to go. And we'll see how they respond right here.
Jacob Gilliam will check in.
I think right now, if you're OCC, we're looking at probably a full commit here. Anything perfect pass here, they can run Vikas. Yep, and there's a triple there.
Lewin takes a little something off.
Smart play. Vikas is a real smart player. He's real good at, I call it the short court game. If I got a triple block, I'm going to find a way to swipe it. If I can get it over on 1 or 2, he's going to do it. I really like his vision on the court, on the net. It has to definitely be something respected. Great serve right there by Cameron Cabelli. He's and that's his serve. He loves that 1-to-1. He's got that real good it's kind of got a little bit of like a little bit of a tail that flies into that zone. Look for him to hit it again. A little bit too much there, but you can see he kind of hits it on the side, and he gets that 6-to-1 break. And as a passer, that's tough to track. That was a nice ace by him right there. And I think right now it looks like Jackson's doing a great job. He's finding some rotations here, getting some guys in there with who are playing with some passion and some fire. And this is what we want to see. Nice pass.
McAllister. They go to Smith on the far side.
Yeah.
Now they'll just have to bump it over. Hoppy sends
it
over.
Oh, I love that.
One-timer
Vigas,
from
man.
Lewin.
Once again, anything in that red circle, that is his domain. He wants that. Anything that he can reach, anything that he can touch, he's going to put it on the floor. We call that the right there. That's a little bit of the post box when the old school mailbox right there. He just kind of slipped the letter in there and delivered it.
Here's McAllister, who had the big serve run in set number 1.
Another huge
Hoppy trying to slide in, and this time it's Lewin on the block.
There we go. Nice job. They're getting some good touches, good stuff. I think Travis sees this. I think what's happening right now is we're looking at the sets are getting a little bit tight again, right? These hitters are not able to swing the ball, so he's probably going to tell them, hey, guys, let's try to keep these passes off the net, set off the net, allow us to get some good swings, because right now it's kind of these balls are getting a little bit tight. It's turning into the swipe game, the tip game, and if it does come into that short court game, SMC, in my opinion, actually has that advantage. Those guys are cagey, man. These guys love that style of volleyball, over on 1, over on 2. Hey, if it's tight, it's going to joust. They're going to win those battles, and so I think nice timeout here by Travis, and you know what, again, 10-10. Travis will not allow SMC to get up. He won't call a timeout if it's 11-10. His team is down. He's probably telling his guys right now, hey, guys, we side out. We're still in the lead right now. And that's important, I think, for the psychology of a team, especially when you have momentum going your way.
And let's go down to Mike Zepeda.
During the timeout, Jackson Metakekia for SMC, praising his squad, getting back into it, making a match of it, and said, do not overcommit on your blocks. Don't go too far out. Don't go too far in, somewhere in the middle. And didn't have a chance to get over to the OCC side, but I can guarantee you that Travis Turner probably a little hot. Boys?
I think that's safe to say. But I think that Travis Turner obviously going to be, you'd have to imagine, as you were talking about, discussing a little more X's and O's about how they want to get back to what's been working so far, and certainly a lot has as they lead at 2 sets to none.
I think for Travis it's more of like, hey, guys, this is what works. Let's make sure that we're still doing what works here. and he's going back to that 6-2 system. And
Zane Moodhart with the finish there.
Yeah, hey, let's see if Colby take a nice deep breath here, man. Put this in. Let's see, get a good +1 here.
Unofficially, but to my memory, Santa Monica has not had a lead here tonight. They've been tied a couple of times. Oh, I do believe they led 1-0 here in set number 3. But they've been certainly few and far between, if at all.
Correct. Big hit out there by Piper. He's a real tough guy to block. He hits line, he hits angle, he hits that fadeaway. He's got just a wild arm, and that was a great swing by him right there, finding a nice seam, putting some heat on it.
That one drops in.
That's what you want right there.
This is certainly the latest in any of the individual sets that Santa Monica has had a lead at 13-12 with Smith on serve.
Hey, Smith's like, hey, thanks for the freebie, guys. All right, let's do it again.
He'll take that ace. Moodhart and Elder going back to Hoppy, blocked, and he can't keep it alive. It's Piper with a little help from Delmata.
Big hopper right there. That ace, I think he's kind of talking to his libero. Hey, man, I want to go hit. And most hitters front row, they want to hit. And I think Smith is doing a nice job of putting it into that seam, kind of making him think about it once again. Right there, making him think about it.
Ujic fires one off of Garrison, can't quite handle it.
Great swing right there, and Smith, nice job, man. Out of way to get back there and get a couple +2s there for you, for your team. Get a little bit of momentum there, and yeah, let's see if we can get a first ball side out here. This is going to be huge for SMC.
This is Hoppy.
Going to Piper, great pass right there. Oh yeah.
Delmata in the middle.
Yeah. Delmata, nice job, man. No, he's up there. He's available. Great pass by Piper as well.
Here comes Chase Moodhart.
Expect right now pin heavy right now. Not real big pins. Definitely for OCC. They want to pass this ball off the net.
Piper with the service error.
That's very uncharacteristic of Piper. He's got a really good jump serve. I'm wondering if he's thinking about some other things right there. But he's a guy who can definitely score points off his serve. And normally a deep guy, maybe it was just a little bad toss for him.
Matthew Johnson on to serve.
Nice pass.
Completely back to Delmata, who's blocked.
Yeah, Delmata, they take him
Bell
out.
Bell blocked again. He keeps it alive. But a whistle comes in.
Call the lift. Maybe there's a double on that first one, but you're going to get one of those called. Kind of interesting in this rotation right now. As a middle for OCC, Delmata, they put him actually on the backside there as a red, so they actually took the quick out. They're moving him back to the middle. Still don't go to him. Great chop right there by Max. I would find that edge.
It's a little give and go there for Max Bell as he passes that one, then gets it back from Capelli.
Yeah, great play by him right there. Again, he's got a lot of shots. We made jokes to say the guy's got more shots than a bar, you know, and he will find edges, he will find seams, he will find a way to get the job done, and it's that was a real nice play by him right there. Nice back set.
Ujic misfiring.
There. Yeah.
17-15. Well, now I can say it. This is the largest lead of the night for Santa Monica.
Yeah, and I think right now Colby's got to just kind of assess getting the flow of his guys. I know they want to go to the backside right there with Matt, but I think any pin right now for him is a valuable option, especially even with Cam front row. You know, I sometimes say we want to force it, but you want to also set your best set, and sometimes you got to just let the hitter do the work here.
Ujic able to play that one off the block of Lewin.
So
point game.
Let's get a good pass here, and let's see Vegas rock and roll with this ball. We know they're going to give it to him. Oh, they didn't. They went on the bick here. Interesting.
Hoppy.
Yeah, I don't think SMC wants to play Bick versus Bick against OCC because OCC will win that battle. I think we got to go to Vegas on that ball. Even if they find a way OCC to break the rules and put 4 guys up on him, I think he'll still get the ball down on that floor. There we go. See, there
Lewin
it is.
On the slide.
That's it. Give him that ball. Give him that first ball. Give him that second ball. Give him that transition ball. That's working. That's our matchup right there.
18-17. Santa Monica back up 1.
I think they're going to try to go to Cam here. Back on 20 here. Oh.
Missed it left. They were going after Cam.
Yeah. I think Cameron, good server. He really likes to hit that zone, but painting the line versus hitting it in, especially at this time of the match right now, and things are going your way. We got to just find that rhythm, put that in right there. Nice deep serve.
Ball kept alive. Great dig by Smith, but they've got to send it over. Looking for Hoppy, blocked.
Good play. That's kind of a little bit we talk about the SMC short court game right there. Little ball, anything inside that 10-foot line. They're real good at that battle. Real good at that battle, and they won that one right there.
19-18.
So here we go, McAllister, one of their best serves and scoring points here. Let's get a +1 here. Let's make this a little bit of a game, get to 20.
Gilliam back to Ujic, off the block again.
Great set. Again, they're going after those pins. They're attacking Smith. They're attacking, Kaplan. They're going after whoever they can on those pins, and they've got to find a way to at least get those balls angled back into the court. That's a pretty vicious serve, no spin jumper.
Piper from about 5 feet back.
And I think right now we got to go to Piper every single ball, transition, anything right now, if he can. And once again, we're looking at their best server.
Delmado returns in the front row, but that one from Lewin sails long, tied at 20.
Again, very uncharacteristic of him. He's really good at going back, putting serves in, and putting them in the court and making teams pay. 20-20. I like it.
Yeah, high drama here in set number 3. Santa Monica with their backs against the wall.
I think OCC, you're going to be looking at something of more of a stack right, area 4-3 here. A lot of power over there. See tactically where they can put this serve here.
Piper.
Yep.
Takes a little something off. Cam with the dig. Ujic up the line.
There we go. Okay, got a good side out right there. Nice job. Nice job.
Well, Ujic tried to mix it up a little bit. He's been going more cross court typically on that far side and trying to go up the line.
We talked about that last game about trying to take a hitter out of his comfort zone. He likes to hit angle, make him hit line. See what happens, Go back to
Elder.
him. There's his
Hoppy.
hit. Yeah, I think they needed to ID that. That's Hoppy. They've been going to him in that rotation almost every single play. Dalmon, I think he needed to just recognize that and kind of want to cheat that way a little bit. Especially right now, everything seems to be OCC is going to the backside here. As a middle, we got to recognize that.
Into the net for Hoppy. Santa Monica back out in front, 22-21.
Hoppy going for that. Remember that short serve that he kind of broke him in that second set? I think he was looking to hit that same one right there. Try to make it a little bit too perfect here.
Piper to serve now for Santa Monica.
See if Piper can get some good, a little bit of heat on this one here. Yep. Just keeping it in here and battling. Ball's out. We'll take it.
Flying in is Cam, but he missed it long.
Keeping it in battle right now. Piper's just going to, hey, I'm going to put this in, and if we can get a +1, or if you guys want to make a hitting error, I'll take it. And let's see what Travis has got. Travis, I think, still has another timeout. Saving it here. See what's going to go on.
Looking for Cam again, off the block. Smith keeps it alive.
Yep. Good shot.
This time Cam gets the kill.
Marie said this transition game is being dominated right now by OCC. And really the transition game, mostly these setters are going to set their pins. And OCC's got some heavy pins right now that are just doing some work for them.
Garris with the pass. They work it across the ball.
There we go, shot here.
Cam with the dink. Smith trying to keep it alive. Great effort from Capilli and then Delmata, but they can't keep it alive, and we're tied again at 23.
I love it. These are what we train for. This is what we tell our guys when they're in the gym and say, hey, it's 23-23. It's side out +1. Finish the game here. And if you're OCC, you're just trying to get a +1 right now.
Marriott on the serve.
There
Delmata.
That's it. Got your side out. All right, now let's get a +1. Get your +1 and finish the game off. And we got the Big Vegans front row again. So let's see if they can ID where they're going. I still think OCC right now has got the matchups on the pins. Their pins are outsized right now, SMC's pins. So I think a good pass.
Cam.
Take care of it.
Got
There
the
it
line.
is. Yep. And that's all right. You know what? Hey, it's your chess match, right? What's your opportunity? Pick and choose your battles right now.
Well, they're so loaded. You got Cam on one
Oh,
side,
yeah.
you got Ujic on
Tough.
the other side, you got Hoppy
That's
in the
tough.
back row.
That's tough. It's
and run the
tough.
back. I mean,
It's tough.
defensively, it's got to be a nightmare situation.
It's just you know, and that's where the serve and I think the pass plays into play here. So force in the middle. Vegas once again real good at just frustrating, getting the junk, throwing it around. See, make a good move here on a block.
Cam takes a little something
Can't tip
off,
on
kept
him.
alive by Hankus.
You can't tip on him. He will
Hoppy
touch
from the back row,
every
and
ball.
that'll do it for Orange Coast. A 1-point lead now, 25-24.
By Vegas. I think he touched every single ball that went across that net. It just didn't work out towards his favor.
Well, it's got to be
Jackson-
gratifying for Orange Coast. We were talking about the slides and the tips being a little more of Santa Monica's style of play, and that time it was Orange Coast that outdid them in their own game. There was a bit of a tip from
is.
Hoppy that ended up giving him this 1-point lead.
Yeah, it is. I would be very delicate, especially with Vegas front row when we start playing the short court game.
Yeah.
Especially with his size and with his vision on the net. I think Jackson right now, he knows. He says, hey, guys, right now we need to side out, obviously. Let's get a pass. We know who we want to go to. They're probably going to want to try to go to Vegas and have him put this ball away. And hey, just kind of weather it through right now.
And Mike Zepeda was there near the huddle. We're going to go right down to him now, find out what they talked about.
The message in the huddle from Jackson Metakekia for SMC, it's just another side out. That's all we need, and we take it from there. Boys, back to you.
Well, you can't get a whole lot simpler than that. I suppose 25-24 with your season on the line, it might be more than just a side out, but the mandate here is simple. They've got to get this side out to stay alive.
I like Jackson. Keep the guys calm. Keep them calm.
Good pass. Lewin in the middle, but he's blocked. They'll
right.
try again with ball, and ball gets the kill.
There you go. That's it. You know what? You're right, Jackson. It's just another side out. Hey, now let's see if we can get a +2. I love these games right now, and it's kind of funny because the number of 3 comes up. That if you're down by 1, you got to get a side out +1. You got to get 3 points in a row to finish off a game. You know, if it's tied, it's the +2 game. It's a side out, you know, +1. And a lot of these coaches, for Travis and for Jackson and for a lot of the coaches in volleyball, they train for these scenarios. And let's see who's going to win out this battle here.
Cam for a spot in the championship match against El Camino.
Ball's out.
Just long.
Great call.
Garris last second lets that one go.
I don't know if
Man, nerves of steel right there, Lance, to let that ball go, because that was only about a few inches maybe.
You know what? I almost want to say that AJ on the bench was standing on the line. I think yelled that out to Maxwell and told him that ball was out.
I think it takes steel nerves to make that call from the sideline.
You know what? I think he saw it. He called it, and I love it. I love it when the bench is talking to the guys on the court. It's fantastic.
Hoppy drops the hammer.
That's
Third time now for Orange Coast. A chance for a spot in the championship match. Another timeout taken.
Again, Jackson is, hey, another side out, right? Just another side out. He's probably going to tell him here, letting the guys get a breather now.
Let's take it to the other side. If you're Orange Coast, you have a sense of what Jackson Metakekia is talking about in his huddle. What's Travis Turner likely talking to his guys about here at this point, up 27-26?
I think right now he's like, hey, we're still in control of this match. You know, we are still in control. They're going to make some plays as to be expected. You know, they're not going to give it to us. And so I think that you have to continue to keep them poised, calm. Hey, keep putting your serves in, and let's continue to play here. And I think they're doing a great job. Put the serve in. Let's battle.
It'll be Moodhart.
This ball's probably going to go here, depending on where the serve is. I think they're going to try to jam deep.
In the back line.
Move
chip on Saturday. Effort by here in set number 3. They take it to 28-26, but just a few too many weapons, it looks like, for the Pirates here in this matchup.
I think very, very, very well tactically played by Travis Turner. I think his guys were dialed in. You know, they knew what they needed to do to succeed today. And you know what? They played consistent. They served in. They hit in. They did what they needed to do in order to get to the finals. And, you know, congratulations to him. congratulations to Jackson as well. SMC's been in the Final Four. Third set nicely after that second set, but you know, it's OCC's a pretty good team. And
yeah, we talk about at the top there, the four of the 5 leading scorers, if you will, for the team are freshmen. So I think for Santa Monica, a lot of optimism if you can keep everybody you know, in the program for another year. But certainly no great shame in losing to the top team seeding wise here in Orange Coast.
Yeah, I think it's hey, you know what, they just played a good game tonight. And yeah, my hat's off to Travis and, you know, and his coaching staff. And I think we're setting up for a really nice.
Yeah, well, we'll see if this Cinderella run for El Camino. I mean, can you even call them a Cinderella anymore after dispatching number 2 Irvine Valley and the defending state champion number 3 Long Beach? I think we've got number 1 and number 2 here playing on Saturday.
I really do. I think you are correct in that sense. I think that they've done a real good job of being at their best when they needed it, and that's at the end of the season with Elko. And I also think OCC is at the best. So I really do think that we have some of the best teams that are going to be you know, playing and competing on our floor on Saturday. I'm real excited to see how they you know, how it turns out. So now they get about 48 hours of rest, and, and here we go.
We'll certainly see it. Let's we'll step aside very briefly, come back, wrap things up here from Pierce College here in Woodland Hills. It's the 3C2A Men's Volleyball Championships on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Final Four is in the books here from LA Pierce and Ken Stanley Court, and Saturday will feature El Camino and the top-ranked team in the state, OCC. Very impressive in a win over Santa Monica here in semifinal number 2. Mike Cepeda, Lance Walker, Jeff Stoynoff with you on tonight's coverage. Gentlemen, some pretty fun volleyball to watch, but that second game, it's tough to come back when you dig yourself that kind of a hole. Yeah, it's tough. As a coach, we've been in there. All of us coaches have been there. When you're worried more about your team versus tactically how you're going to dissect the other team, it's not a good situation you're in. And but I do think that Jackson he made some good choices. He put in some subs. Sometimes you got to find your players. It's not always going to be the greatest night for you, whoever it is. And I thought he made some nice adjustments. And plays 28-26. Yeah. My hats off again to OCC. Fantastic job by them. They came in with a game to matter. And they're doing some really nice stuff. They are definitely playing.
With anybody. In the best several matches off the run, it would be beating 3 outstanding teams if they could finish the job.
Yeah, 3 outstanding teams, and you think about it, 2 teams that's during the season. I believe the team in the way comes into this tournament, the top-ranked team. They move on with a win over Santa Monica. I got to tell you, both teams really playing with a chip on their shoulder. I think as a number 7 seed, El Camino really solidified that they belong here. in game number 1 in dethroning the defending state champs Long Beach City College. I had a talk with one of the referees between games, and they were saying, man, I was really surprised by that. They did not expect Long Beach to go out in the way that they did. And, it was a matter of one team got off the bus, and the other one was late getting off the bus, and then the other one just couldn't catch up. So just a great killer instinct, really, from both teams, and I'm excited. I'm very excited and very interested to watch and see what OCC is going to be able to do against a guy like Cesar Medina, because he's the engine that makes El Camino go, and then everybody else gets so much better. You talk about a tournament MVP in the making, Cesar Medina.
I think it's exciting also in the sense of the matchups. OCC is a good pin-heavy team. Medina is the pin. I mean, that guy is everything. And when he's not on the pin, they've got him running 2 balls, and they've got him running out of the back row, and they've got him serving. A lot of them that OCC are going to be watching. Also, I think Cesar had some help with his opposites in his middles. The setter's making some really good choices and decisions. Yep. So if Elko can also go after kind of like SMC was very successful with their middle, really with the passing, with the serving like we saw today, serving them it's what it comes down to. I mean, we talk it every time. If we can serve tough, pins that are going to be going after it, and we're definitely going to be seeing some hard firepower, which is awesome.
We talked about El Camino coming in with a chip on their shoulder. I felt like OCC came in with a chip on their shoulder. You talked about the lone blemish on the season, came to Santa Monica, and, well, they righted the chip in semifinal number 2. So that'll do it for our coverage here today. Remember, you can go back and watch these games on our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. We will see you on Saturday, Championship Saturday. It'll be OCC and El Camino. For Jorge Cepeda, Matt Henson, for Jeff Stoynoff, Lance Walker, I am Mike Cepeda signing off, everybody. We'll see you on Saturday at 7:30.